Hey guys, how's it going? DUJ2 here, and welcome back to Fortnite Save the World and the introduction of version 4.4.1. This is an interesting one, guys. Welcome to player reporting, guys. All right, so let me go through here. We're gonna see first the Reddit post that they posted, and then we're gonna go through and kind of understand a little bit more of the system and how it works. But Epic posted this about 5 hours ago, and it says version 4.4.1 player reporting. Hey, folks. The version 4.4.1 update has released and player reporting is now live. Our plan is to handle this in phases. The first phase is to monitor reports closely so we can rule out any false positives or abuse of the system. This will help us get a better understanding of what players are being reported for. In the next phase, punishment for bad player behavior will be given out. We want to be thoughtful and deliberate. Our current plan is to take our first action soon after the first week of report collection. In future phases, we'll improve the system incrementally, including automating the process using what we've learned. It's been our goal to get this feature into your hands in the best and fairest way possible. Thank you for your patience. Okay, so first off, two huge things. This is very encouraging to me because I do see that they have identified that there is a need for this system and they are working towards it. That means that we are going to be seeing more development in this. And I really do hope that this is taken correctly and, you know, it helps the game grow positively. But it seems like the system is going to be broken down to 3 sections. The first section is going to last about a week. So from now until probably next week, the content update, the 4.4 content update, where they're just going to be collecting data. So they're going to be monitoring reports. They're going to be seeing false positives and abuse of the system. That's what they're going to be trying to filter out or identify at least. And I kind of hope that we do get a new forum post soon, a Reddit post, maybe even a video or something, you know, where they're just going to kind of explain to us what it is that they're looking for and what they're going to be doing about it. So because right now we don't really know what's going to be classified as what, and I'm glad that they did, you know, address the fact that they will be looking for abuse of the system, i.e. false reporting, like someone just reports someone just because they don't like them, or just someone's trolling or spamming reports just trying to get someone in trouble when they haven't done anything wrong. So I really hope that they also include soon, when they do include a list of, you know, infractions, whether, you know, hey, you know, you troll someone in the game or you do something wrong. And actually we're going to go through and look at the list of the different things that are available there to report people in. But I really hope that they also give us, you know, you're going to get a 24-hour ban, a 48-hour ban, a permanent ban, something like that. You won't be able to go into matches for a while. Maybe even no matches with other people. Maybe you could still continue to solo the game. I don't know. But I really hope that they give us a list of, you know, infractions and how long or how much they're going to be, what the punishments will be, you know, for doling them out, which takes us to the next phase. In the next phase, punishment for bad player behavior will be given out. We want to be thoughtful and deliberate, and this is going to start about a week from now. So our first action soon after the first week of report. Yeah. So in about a week is when they're going to start doing the first wave of punishments. So even though, let's say someone right now, you're playing with someone and they on purpose, you know, like don't do the correct thing, or they don't try and complete the mission, if they just AFK the whole thing, if they troll, if they, you know, they do something bad, don't be surprised if you report them and nothing happens to them right away, because it's going to be about a week. We're going to be looking for about a week of waiting time while they go through this. And if you guys notice, they're going to be doing all this manually. So I don't know how many people there are playing Save the World right now. I would think it's a lot of people, but I am sure they're going to be seeing a lot of reports. So the other thing I would say is, guys, you know, use the reporting system wisely, because they're going to be going through a lot of information here. So we really need to help them to get this you know, system up and running properly. The next thing is, in future phases, we'll improve the system incrementally, including automating the process using what we've learned. So eventually the system will go automated. I don't know exactly how they're going to do this, because if you think about it, if someone did something or doesn't do something in a game intentionally, then you're kind of wondering, how is it that they are going to find this? Or how is it that an AI or a program is going to be able to identify? Maybe if someone just doesn't move for a long time, that would be interesting. Like, like the AFK thing, because I feel like that's one of the biggest things. When someone, when someone is angry at you in a game and on purpose they will fail the mission or do everything they possibly can to fail the mission. I've seen that happen. Okay, but anyway, so that is that for there. Now let's go take a look at the actual system. So I already did a mission. I just went ahead and finished a couple of missions. And because I finished the mission, if you go up here to the menu and you go down to report a player. So all you have to do is hit report a player. Oh, poor little burr. So it's going to give you a list. Doesn't he look like... Oh, never mind. It's going to give you a list of everyone that you've currently played with. And these are the people that I've currently been playing with. Now, no one here did anything wrong. No one, did anything. We're just playing the games normally. I'm going to just go ahead and pick the first one. And once you click on someone's name, it's going to tell you that you were reporting them. Let me move this out of the way here. There, now I can see my full map. So it's going to show you that you're reporting them. And it's going to show you the different reasons. And we have communication abuse, offensive name, AFK, ignoring objective, harassment, exploiting, and trade scam. So communication abuse, I don't exactly know what that means. I was actually trying to see if I couldn't find like a detailed list of them explaining what each infraction means or what each cause for reporting would count as. I'm guessing communication abuse would be just like, maybe they're talking about the voice, like someone saying something really bad over voice, or just I don't know. If you guys can help me out with this one, because once you click it, you can go into the report, but it doesn't really show you anything else. Offensive name, obviously that makes a lot of sense. That does indicate that they are basically, saying, hey, you know what, we don't want to see offensive names. This is a game that a lot of different age of people play. Please keep the offensive name down. The AFK one, that's obvious. Whenever you go into a match and someone just doesn't move for the entire match, and they pretty much just, piggyback off your efforts to try and get a mission done. I've had that before. Ignoring objective. Okay, so this is one that I personally am very guilty of a lot of times. I do try and play mostly with people who are, if you guys know, I stream a lot. I make a lot of videos for this. So a lot of times I'm talking and I completely forget that we're doing an objective. So this is one that I think will really help for people like me, who are like, okay, we have an objective we got to do. We got to go for the objective. I kind of feel like, this is one where I might get reported for it one day because I'm like, hey, I'm off doing something else, or I'm off investigating something, or trying something out, or showing something for a video, and then people are doing the objective. So I need to try and go for the objective and get things done. I'm kind of wondering if this is going to be just when there's a mission, or like let's say a retrieve the data, and the balloon lands, and then what are you going to be doing? Like if someone's running off in the map not doing anything, if that's going to count. But then again, you have to think of the fact of what if someone goes to the balloon first, builds a bunch of defenses, builds a bunch of traps, and then lets their trap do the work. That's going to have to be something to really take into account, just how much activity someone did in a match to be counted as ignoring the objective. Next, we're going to have harassment. Of course, that's obvious. If someone's just messing with you, or saying a lot of bad stuff. I've had that before, where I will go into a match and do something, and just because I'm a YouTuber or something, someone will just start cursing at me, or just following me around, just trying to be mean. So of course, harassment. The last two are the ones that I'm the most interested in: exploiting and trade scam. So we have had several bugs and exploits that have appeared in the game. I've never made videos on them because, as you guys know, I just don't believe in that. I don't believe that I don't believe that that is how a developer intended the game to be played. And that's what I do. I want to play the game the way that it was intended to be played. I don't believe that developers intentionally put bugs and exploits into their game just so people can circumvent, like a certain way. So for example, recently there was an exploit where you could go into a van mission and you could you could farm a lot of experience very fast. If you guys remember, those of you who were playing this game way back when the game first started, there was actually an exploit where you could kind of get your hero to level 100 or max it out, because back then it was 100 in like a day. People could like farm really fast and get through the entire game and kind of reach Canny or Twine like in a heartbeat. So there have been a lot of different exploits and things that have come up in the game. So I'm guessing that now, if you find someone, or if someone is doing that, they have put this is not something we want. I have heard that in previous times there hasn't been any, whenever an exploit is found, Epic Games doesn't really, I'm kind of surprised they don't patch things up right away when they find them. They kind of wait for the weekly updates, but I'm guessing that they have identified that this is not something they want to see in their game. So they're putting it there. And the last one is trade scam. Okay. For those of you who still don't know how I feel about trading and scamming, first of all, I feel that scamming in this game, it's completely wrong. I mean, why are you going to do it? It's not the way the game was meant to be played. It's kind of like stealing. You're cheating your way to get something from someone else who earned it or worked for it, just so you can have it for I don't know the reason. That's up to you, I guess. But scamming in any game, I feel, is just wrong, or any essence, actually. Like scamming in real life or anything. It's just not something you should do. Trading. This is the very first time that I have seen Epic Games or this game acknowledge trading as a part of the game. I've been saying this for a long time now, from the very first time when we started playing. I don't believe in trading. I don't believe that this game is designed for trading. I think that this game is designed in a way where all you have to do is just play the game. We see that very evident now with the event loot tab. The loot tab, the events, and the weekly loot. All you have to do is play. Collect your daily coins, get the daily stuff, play the game and get gold, and you can just get all the gold you want and buy everything in the event. You don't even have to really spend money on V-Bucks, because you're going to be getting some pretty great heroes and weapons and everything just from playing. Actually, some of the strongest, if not the strongest, heroes and weapons are in the event, are bought with seasonal gold. And you cannot buy seasonal gold. You cannot trade seasonal gold. You can't do anything with seasonal gold but collect it from completing missions. So I kind of feel like that's the way the game should be played. Now, I do completely understand sharing weapons with friends or giving things to other people who don't have it. For example, when I started playing the game, people that were higher level than me, they gave me really awesome stuff that really encouraged me to play the game more. As I've played the game, people that I've played with, friends and everything, I enjoy giving them weapons to be like, hey, you're lower level, here's a really awesome weapon, this will really help you. And I feel like that is an encouragement to continue playing the game. Very early on, I decided to not trade for materials. The reason for this is because it depends. I mean, for me right now, Malachite isn't really worth that much anymore. I know for a lot of people, Malachite is like the best thing there is in the game. And I know for a lot of people, like for me right now, Shadow Shard is very important for me. Um, so, and as you progress in the game, different materials become more important for you. So the value that I might put on Malachite, I might, be like, hey, I'll give someone, 100 Malachite for something else. And they might put a lot of value into that material. So it might feel like, you get the short end of the deal. Like you're not getting a good deal. And some people might look at it and be like, oh my goodness, you gave that person how much for that? It's like you got like someone who's in Twine or in high level Kenny, they might look at a trade and be like, Malachite is so easy to get. Why would you trade all of this other material for Malachite? It doesn't make sense. So I kind of feel like, trading is very much whatever something is worth to someone. And it can be very unfair. That's the thing. That's why I don't trade for materials anymore. But I know a lot of people do. And I also know that there is real world trading. And I know that people sell materials online. I know that they use websites, they use stuff like that. I will say this right now. I highly, highly, highly recommend that you don't use those websites or even go through like a more established website to get this. The reason for this is because there is no 100% guarantee that you are going to get what you paid for. If you spend real money on something, it's not like you can go straight into the game and I can find a place, click, be like, okay, I want 100 Malachite, and they'd be like, okay, it's this much money, and I'm like, boop, okay, buy it, and instantly I get it back. There is no trade system like that. There is no shop like that Epic Games has established. So I kind of feel like it's not something that they are actually promoting or saying, hey, go ahead and do it. So because of this, I feel like, and I've said this many times before, and I say it all the time in my streams, I don't agree with trading. I believe that this game is more fun if you just play really hard, get your stuff, and develop yourself. I understand that some people really want weapons that are no longer schematics, or weapons from schematics that are no longer available, past events. I know every single day I get asked for someone that wants me to make them on Nocturno, and I'm like, it's not even recombobulated yet, but whatever. People just want the weapons that are rare, and that's something about this game. We have the capacity to get rare weapons, but those weapons do expire. All materials, all weapons, they have a lifespan on them. The only thing that is permanent is schematics, but you can't trade schematics. So, and I really hope that if there is ever the capacity to trade schematics, that it's made in a system where it's in-game. So in-game you can do it and only do it in-game. I don't know. Chances are that if that ever does happen, the real world trading aspect of this whole thing will go to a different level. But you know what? It is what it is. We'll leave it up to Epic Games to decide what they want to do. But trade scam, right there, is a reportable offense now. I don't exactly know how it's going to work. I don't know how it's going to happen. I've been told a million different stories from people of how they've been scammed, how they've tried to trade or whatever. And my basic answer has always been, if you don't want to get scammed, if you don't want to get scammed to trade, don't trade. That's just it, So like right here, I understand that they've put it on there because there's a lot of people complaining about it. But my basic thing is, if you don't want to get scammed, guys, please just don't trade. Just play the game. This game is wonderful. It's really full. It's really awesome. I love it. Just play the game and you'll be able to get everything in. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Bishop's guest, thank you very much for helping me out. I know you don't know who I am. I don't remember what mission we played in, but I appreciate you helping me out so that I can show this. And I'm going to leave it there, guys. So that is it for version 4.4.1 player reporting. Personally, for me, I do feel like I really wanted to talk about this because I think it is a very important issue that we've been dealing with for a very long time. And we've been asking for this in one way or another, because a lot of times, I will say this personally for me, I do play a lot, but I do have certain people on my friends list that my friends list is growing. And everyone who's on there really wants to play. They really want to try hard. And I really do appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that we have that. And if you want something like that, join our Discord. Join something like that where there's a lot of people who are not looking to trade. People who are just looking to play the game, advance in the game, progress in the game. Definitely something that I encourage you guys to do. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you very much for watching. As always, I am DUJ2. This has been Fortnite Save the World, talking about the new player reporting system. Yes, we all want to be bears. We all want to be birds. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is a topic that I know we really needed to talk about. I hope that it's something that people use wisely. I really hope that this does not become a something that they regret doing. And of course, guys, if you're going to report someone, you know what? Try and talk to them first. You know, like if you're in the game and someone does something, someone takes your, like you're both running to Malachite and someone takes it first, you know, talk to them first. You know, like try and be polite to people. You know, in-game etiquette is a big thing. I've actually been working on a video on that, and I'm not gonna ask some people to help me too. Just kind of talk, you know, like maybe we need like a little tutorial of, hey, this is, you know, just be polite to others, you know, do unto others as you would like to be done to yourself. Golden rule for Fortnite, etc., etc. Be kind, guys. Play well with others. Have fun. That's the whole point. Thank you very much, guys. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please do me a gigantic favor and have yourself a wonderful day. Thank you very much for spending your time to watch my video. And I'll see you guys next time. See ya.